Prince William will visit Saudi Arabia next month. The visit is planned to, quote, celebrate growing trade, energy and investment ties. But what is our relationship with the Middle Eastern state? In 2020, the UK sanctioned 20 Saudi nationals involved in the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Bill Law is the editor of Arab Digest and knew Jamal well. He joins us now. Good morning.
Good morning.
In your view, is this a good thing, this visit from Prince William?
Well, in my view, it's an inevitable thing, given the UK's need to expand its trade relations with Saudi Arabia. It already has very good trade relations, but there are opportunities to explore things like health and education. The UK needs to develop its trade relations with the Saudis, and that they will do. And I think that there's probably a good relationship will develop between Prince William and Mohammed bin Salman, the crown prince and de facto ruler of Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I would say it was an inevitable step.
And so I suppose that the question is the best thing for the UK to do to hold its nose a little? Because, you know, the legacy of what happened to Jamal Khashoggi, for people that don't know, can you explain what happened to him?
Jamal was lured into the Saudi consulate in Istanbul. He was brutally murdered. His body has never been recovered. The Saudis, as you say, the UK sanctioned 20 people, but it's clear, and it's clear from the CIA and our own intelligence services, that Mohammed bin Salman ordered that killing. However, that's more than 7 years ago, and Mohammed bin Salman has been on a charm offensive. It's worked pretty effectively. This is part of that charm offensive, and he's put that behind him. No one now really talks about the brutal murder of Jamal Khashoggi, and of course, we are now in a new world order. I mean, after all, human rights was already pretty much in the back burner before Donald Trump 2.0 arrived in the White House. And now it's even further, if I can switch metaphors, it's even further in the rearview mirror than it was then. And so Jamal becomes yet another victim of a brutally repressive regime. Let us remember that the Saudis are executing people at an astonishing rate, that they have thousands of people still in jail, that they continue to be one of the worst human rights abusers in the world. But yes, you're right. We hold our nose. In fact, we've held our nose for quite a long time. It's always been a kind of pro forma. We will raise human rights issues with the Saudis, but really that's all it is pro forma. And it's become even more so, I think, since Mr. Trump returned to the White House.
Well, Bill, we will keep across that visit when it happens. Prince William will visit Saudi Arabia next month. Thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
That is Bill Law, the editor of Arab Digest.
Do you know what winds me up? We talked to a politician earlier this week about the King visiting Trump and whether or not that be appropriate. And the answer is it was Darren Jones. And Darren Jones, we can't comment possibly on the King and his diplomatic use of soft power. And yet Prince William is visiting Saudi Arabia because the government has asked him to. The government has asked Prince... So the government has their cake and eat it. They say, we can never comment about anything difficult with the royal family. So if we were to ask a government minister about Prince William visiting Saudi, they wouldn't talk about it. We can't talk about the royal family. And yet Prince William is performing a government function at the request of the government, and we're not allowed ever to talk about it because it's the royal family. They're a sacred cow that we just have to leave alone. It's madness. Either they're a tool of the state, a tool of our diplomacy, in which case they're up to scrutiny as much as an ambassador would be, or they're completely set aside and they just want to romp around with their horses in palaces. It can't be both, can it?